Okie dokies. We have our water and alcohol. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A node activated. Sideways. Wiggle it back and forth. We're going to cut her right here. I gotta stop doing that. Go like this and dip it. Dip, dip. Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. We have our tray. We have another tray. I have 2 trays. And keep going. Come on. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Puerto Rican Plant Hero, the channel for your planty needs. I think that's an okay slogan for now. We're going to run with it. Change it up every once in a while until we get it right. Today, I'm just going to walk around. I'm going to start chopping. It's going to be propagating season. The weather should be warm for more than a couple of weeks here. So that tells me chop it time. So that way we have stuff for later on to either give away, sell, have more of. Mass produce your collection with what you have. This is great, fun, and exciting. Sometimes tedious. So we're going to go ahead and get started. My cinnamon. The cinnamon is so when you cut it, you dip your chop inside the cinnamon. It helps prevent bacteria and stuff from spreading into the plant, dying when you're trying to propagate it, and some scissors. We're going to get a stronger pair and then a lighter pair, interchange it. I'm going to grab an alcohol mixture with some water so I can spray the scissors as I'm going along. And for each new plant, you don't want to cross contaminate. You go and chop this one, then chop that one, then chop that one. You're going to spread diseases that way, or funguses, bacteria, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, come chop with me. So propagation. There's different methods and ways to chop and prop, but for the most part, it's all the same, but it's just different angles. So this one here, if I were to prop, if I wanted to chop it, just keep twirling and we'll twirl. Sometimes they're covered over by sheaths. See right here, this is the sheath. So if we take it off, I recommend gently. There it is. Wow. That is an active node. That one is active. See how nice it is? So I can cut it right here at a nice angle. You would use a razor blade for this, I would say. Do not use scissors. This is a very thick chunk. But if I wanted to cut it and prop this top part here, I would grab a razor and just cut it here, right underneath it. A different way for chopping and propping would be this. So this is a Hoya. This is a pubicalyx. It's a type of pubicalyx. It's a super splash, as you can see. So this is called a node. You can't see any active or anything active or anything like that. But if I wanted to propagate this, which I wouldn't because it's still not done growing its leaves from each node. We discussed this from the other Hoya video. The rest of this white bumps, these are just aerial roots. And then there's this one. So you have this one here. So this is a node. This is a node. Where the leaf is, there's a node. 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 This is a dead leaf. But you see this green part here? That's an active node. I can cut it and cut it here, and it'll just activate, grow roots around it, and start a new stem. But if I wanted to propagate this, and let's say there was leaves everywhere, you would go and you would chop right here. You chop here. You can make them longer, whatever is your fancy. You chop it and you dip it, obviously, and then it'll either keep growing from here unless you chop this. If you chop this, then it's going to grow a new stem from in between this area here, and it'll just keep growing that way. For our Sansevieras, you can chop the leaf, put it in water, sphagnum moss, whatever you like propagating in. You can propagate many different ways, but you can chop it from a leaf. You can cut it from down there. You can split this. There's actually 2 plants in here. This is a Cooperii Sansevieria. It has the nice little ripple effect. It has like this copper tone effect here on the sides. It's a really nice plant. It didn't get a lot of outside time last year. This year it will, so that the leaves can get a little bit more wider instead of narrowing like it's doing here. This Gloriosum, this one is my best Gloriosum so far because I have quite a few. This one grows pretty well. If I wanted to propagate this is a creepy crawler, so it means it doesn't grow up on a moss pole, it grows down against the ground. I would, if I wanted to propagate this is a node. This is where your new stem will come from. So I can chop it here because there's a new shoot here. So I would chop it here, and then I would probably chop this one and keep this one by itself because it's got a nice healthy leaf on it. This one's actually really pretty. And then I would probably cut it here. And then I would just allow these 3, there's 3 nodes. One here, one down here. They will activate and then they would grow. I think another node is underneath. It's back here. There's a node back here. But they look like that for the most part. Sometimes they're covered up by the sheath here. Like you see how this has this on it. You can just remove it and it'll reveal your active node. Let's see, what's another way to propagate? Hold on. You can also propagate by divisions. I'm not going to do this today. I already had an accident and did it, but like for your orchids, you can do divisions. You know, you cut and you make sure you have enough bulbs to support the next new ones that you want to grow. I'm not propagating that. However, I did break this one here. This is one of them. It's doing good. Bacteria almost started to come out on it, and I had sprayed it down with some Phizan and alcohol, as well as this one here. This one sealed itself. This is the one that I said for poopies and giggles we're gonna see if it'll grow, because these are the oldest bulbs. Where's the other one? Right here. This one also started growing some fungi on this one. As you can see, it's from the sheaths. Today we're going to take it out. We're going to take all the sheaths off, spray some of the Phizan and alcohol solution so that we can try to get something out of it. The idea is for them to grow roots and then grow a new bulb. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. The one on the table, the new shoot that broke off, that new shoot is still hanging in strong. It's being real good. It's doing so good. Plants do need light. If it says low light plants, you know, like that one right there. This one. This is a low light plant. That's what they say. But you're going to lose your variegation that it originally started with. And it's going to get narrow. It's just going to get thinner. It's not going to stay chunky and thick like this. So light is a necessity. Look at that plant all the way over there. There's another one. We'll get over there when we get there, guys. We'll get there. You know what I didn't tell you guys? This is actually a prop tray. So you can prop it in soil. As you can see, they grow fine. This one's coming back to life. It's a tortum. This one is also coming back to life. A Peperomia Hope. I want to say this is the Silver Sword. They do revert back to like little babies. This is Silver Sword. That's a Silver Sword over here. This one is a Silver Sword, but this is the propagation tray outside. This is a White Knight here. It's doing great. This is a prop tray. This here is our grower's tray for anthuriums. I don't know if I posted the video up yet. This is definitely going to need some spritzing because it's a little dry. There is a Shiveriana orchid in here that is doing pretty good. Her middle leaf or her bottom leaf is hardening. There's some moisture. I'm trying to get her to grow roots. Her roots were dead. But this is a prop tray for sure. And I have a prop bucket. Hold on. This is the prop bucket that I have. I say keep saying we girls. So I will be transferring a lot of this. Some of this is already growing. I propagated in some soil mixtures. It just stays there. Some of them are actually in the sphagnum in the bottom here. So I'm going to transfer this bucket. I will be transferring it into this bigger bucket back here. Only because this bucket is a lot longer and bigger, and that box is a lot more shorter, and I am going to be cutting, so I want to put more propagations in there. I already have my sphagnum moss ready from our last video, and then that'll be transferred to the shelf because that shelf does get a lot of light. This one doesn't. So this is the Raven ZZ. She's growing. I haven't watered her in about a month or so, but she's growing. But you notice how she doesn't have a lot of leaves? It's because, you know, watering, nutrients, the amounts of dust that she has all over her. This will turn black. It will turn this nice dark color here, like a dark green. It will turn that way. I'm gonna wash her up real quick, and those are her bulbs. That's where you can do divisions from this, and you can just separate bulb for bulb. See, nice healthy one over there. You can separate them and repot it in a different pot, and it'll keep growing, and it grows more bulbs as it grows new stems with leaves. It'll grow a new bulb. Or again, you can pluck a leaf and do it that way. I have not done the leaf thing. I've seen it. I don't like it. That takes forever. All right, she's washed. We lost the leaf right here. I'm gonna prop it for poopies and giggles, guys. Anywho, there's a new shoot. You can see it better now. So you see how it's green? And you see the tip of it, how it's black? This will slowly change into the color that you see here. But a Raven's easy. Again, division propagation, pull them apart, or individual. You can do a leaf. If you do the leaf again, it's going to take you some time. It's going to take time. I'm just going to attempt it. I don't like the idea, but I'll attempt it. And this leaf is not very strong, so I might not survive. All right, so these are African violets. I will not be taking any propagations from her because her leaves are flaccid. This one is very strong, so are these. So for these, they're very easy. You don't want to take from the top, obviously. Take it from the bottom, and you just do one of these guys. Just pull. See that? Where my tray is. Dip. I'm gonna dip it. It's so pretty. And I'm just gonna just move it. It'll just snap because they're very firm. Just push on it sideways. Wiggle it back and forth. It'll come right out. See that? And it'll just grow roots from here and then start growing leaves. I am going to propagate the curly cactus. I'm gonna just cut it like right here, and then she'll grow a new shoot from there. Is our nice long silver sword that was starting to mature down here. The leaves were starting to get bigger, but because it's very leggy, I will prop it. So here is another silver sword that I have. And then this is the Peru here. This Peru has a nice long runner on it, but if I chop it, I'm afraid I'm gonna forget what it is. But it's growing from a different area. It's growing from here. It's also growing from here and here. So I want to take it here. Bam! Take it, Mary Sue. I said I wasn't, but I did. I'm a liar, guys. We're gonna cut it right here and check it for lifeness. And there's your life. There's my nugget. Alright, so we have this Philodendron sword. When I last cut it, it grew from here and it grew down here, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, because this growth that you see here, it travels all the way down and all the way up and around. So I'm going to cut it because that's too much. Now my scissors are small, guys. Get better scissors. I can't. I'm gonna root this. This has got to callus over though. I can't just propagate it right away because it does need to callus over for about 2 or 3 days. I will put cinnamon on it and let it dry on a table. That's why I have 2 trays. Here, this is a Ecuador peperomia. Really cool looking. You can propagate the leaves or you can propagate the stem. I'm going to propagate another leaf. I have one in the bucket. And that's my propagation for that. With chopping her and just kind of relieving the weight that she has on her. So she will get chopped and propagated. Oh, there you go. Make sure she's good. Look at all that white sap. See that sap? That's what you want. It's a healthy one, but all the leaves fell off. It got cold in the room. Alright, scissors are cleaned. I am going to chop. Look at that white, the whiteness. Look at that. Oh, that's the sap. Your node. So I'm gonna cut her right here. I gotta stop doing that. So I will chop this Jennifer here. I'm gonna get about 2 cuttings. That'll be a good plant. We're gonna take some hopes. With the hopes, I can just bend them. Take some. These are very easy to root. They're really pretty as they get long, and every time you prop them, they just grow so many leaves. That's why they're kind of like a fave. Oops. They do get long. Beautiful. So when they get too long, I will nip them. I don't like them getting too long. But you promote bushiness. So. Alright. We did a snippety snips, chops, chops, chops. There's 2 trays. I have another tray down here that I'll be chucking them in. So what we're going to do is, I chopped it from its plant. I gotta tell them. We got our handy dandy. Okay. So this is a Begonia Pegasus. I will show you one in the box. It's really nice. So pretty. So pretty. We're gonna make a few plants out of it. There's like a little growth happening right there. So when you chop it, if it's the top, this is gonna be the bottom. I like the bottom to be a little bit longer so I can determine this is the bottom, this is the top. Dip it in your cinnamon. See, just like that. Nothing hard. Dip, dip, dip both sides of the double cuttings so that way it seals off both sides. Dip, dip. See that? That's gonna be for that. So this has 1, 2, 3 nodes. There's a growth point happening right here. I'm gonna do the thing. There it is. Bam. See it? You see it? Oh my god! So I'm gonna cut it here. That'll just be one. This will also be one. So, dabby. Ooh, that doesn't look like that. I'm gonna chop that off and chuck it. It's gonna go in our bucket. Dip. Now with begonias, you don't really have to do this. At least I don't. I just put it straight in the bucket most of the times, but I'm doing this because, you know, if it could be better. We're gonna cut it here. I've obviously cut this stem before. As you can see here, I've cut it before, and this is where it grew out to start branching. Look at that. It's got like a nice red back here. The leaves do get very, very big. And as they mature, like you see how it's coming down this way, when it gets bigger, it actually blows up bigger and spreads out this way. These leaves get really big. The ones in the bucket are pretty huge. You can also propagate their leaves. So you can cut this leaf here, cut it here. I would advise putting it in a cup with some soil and some sphagnum moss on the top of it, and then put your cuttings in there and put it in your box, and you'll get all the roots will go down and you'll get a whole new plant. I'll show you. There's a couple in the bucket. Look at that, it's getting a whole new leaf. I'm gonna cut her up again. This is the top, this will be the bottom, so I try to keep it longer. I'm going to peel off this bottom leaf here and that leaf too. Now these do bleed pink. You can see it. See that? It's red. Watch. See it? Oh my god. So I think that one's too small, but we'll know, won't we, if it grows. For this one, the leaves are all crumpled up. I'm going to take off this bottom leaf so we can get that live nude out. Dip it. Again, there's your active nude. See that nice pink right there? Then you can go right to the bottom. So, you know, if you ever get, like, let's say you go and you cut it and it's even, right? And you're like, oh shit, what's the top? What's the bottom? The bottom is going to be where the roots are. So I had it this way. But that's not really it. It's going to flip this way because your roots will always grow at the bottom. And then your active node will be on top. So that's how you know this is the top, this is the bottom. And even if you put it in and you put it in wrong, the leaves will still grow up towards out of the soil or sphagnum moss, wherever you have it. It'll just grow out. That's just its natural ability of life to survive. You know you got some variegation. See that stripe of pink? This is a pretty good note. It's a good pink princess. Well, that note is. And there you go. I am going to do 2 for this one. I'm going to pluck off this leaf. Look at that pink stripe. Look. See it? People are not that into pink princesses anymore. I mean, I am. I think it's cute. It's a cuteness. I'm going to cut it right here. And I don't have to peel the bottom leaf because it's already gone. But I do have to seal that top. And when I say cinnamon, I mean regular cinnamon. I'm going to peel this leaf off. There's your active nude. Dip, dip, dipped. So I'm just going to cut. I'll cap that as a nude. I don't mind. That's going to go garbage. Just sitting here chopping away. Okay, active nude on top. Roots in the bottom. So, see that active nude? So that's how you know that's your top half. And then this will be your bottom half. So I keep the bottom half a little bit longer so I can differentiate what's top, what's bottom. Again, you can propagate these begonias. They like humidity, they like water. You can propagate these in water. You can just put it in sphagnum moss. You can prop it by the leaves. You know, if I have to cut off this leaf, like this leaf will be cut off, correct? Correctamundo. There's the active point. I'm just going to cut that. Dip, dip, dip. Now, for this one here, because it's just a leaf, I'm going to cut off. This is going into the bucket today. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to propagate it from here, because you can do the stem as well. But I'm also going to cut it. So there's a main vein that's running in the back here. These main veins, as long as that touches your sphagnum, you're fine. So we're going to cut it in half. Cut that in half. These two are going to go in the bucket. This will go down in the sphagnum moss. And this will just pull it all the way down. It'll grow from here, and then the leaves and the stem will grow from here. The stem will be here, leaves will come out. I'll show you that process. I'm going to tuck this here. Stem. Yes, I'm rough with the plants. It's okay. I'll cut that down. This is a Hoya. It's an unknown one. I don't know. I bought it. They didn't even know what they bought, so I bought it. It wasn't expensive. It was a nice plant. I just chopped it up. See? I chopped it. It's got some big leaves. It's so cute. I love it. These you do have to let callus over. I should have been talking about that. It's crazy. Your begonias, you can put them right into your bucket and in your prop box. You can put your begonias in your prop box and just immediately start propping. These you do have to let callus over. This one I'm going to say about a day, 24 hours before you stick them in your prop box, because if not, and the wound is still not dried off or calloused over, it will start rotting your stem and your leaves. So another one. Again, these you will leave for about a day or two out of the box so it can callus over. These you can prop right into soil. It grows fine, and so I've had great success with these just growing. And I just prop them in, take off the excess, and I just cut it. The node is in the center. Cut it. Got leaves. Cut it. Cut the excess. I cut it. Each leaf area, if you see, has like a little node spot in there. You can't see it. My camera's blurry, but it's right there. And then just dip it. And then next will be these, same thing. I will leave two, which is the end. That'll be the top. Dip it in your cinnamon. Look, just in case you were wondering, it's being dipped. Dip.
It's a lot of cuttings.
Dipped. I'm making a video. Right? I'm making a video. Like that. Dip. Shmip, shmip, shmip. Nice. Cut it off. Bring that in. Put it in our other pan here. Newbie knobs there. Those newbie knobs, those are aerial roots. There's a tip here. It looks like a runner. I cut several runners today, but we're going to cut. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? I did. Alright. Wow, there's two growth points here. There's another. It's hard to determine. Like, it's all on how many nodes you want in the growth point. It's not going to be the same every time you cut. You know, you may have two, you may have three, you may have one. You get a more successful grow from something that has two or more nodes in it. She's so pretty. I didn't realize that I cut her here before, and then I just cut her new growth off. Look at her growing her newest. So that was my neglect. Look at that. So remember when I was telling you about the white sap in the other video? So when you see this, come on, focus for me. There it goes, that white sap. This is a really good cutting. It's survival chances. Pretty good. Again, these Hoyas, you should definitely let them callus over for about 24 to 48 hours before you put them in your top box. At least that's my opinion. That's how I do it, so I have a higher success rate at making some extra plant babies. No good. So we're going to cut it here. And that's the bottom. Dip. Okay, next node would be here. So I'll cut it long. And that's the bottom there, so I'm probably gonna I'll cut this one off. That way this is one full stem. This is a public calyx silver, pink silver. This has two splits. So this is the more mature one. This is the older branch here. This is the newer mature one. I am going to probably just leave it like this. And I'll pluck these leaves off here. It's pepperoni hope. I do want to experiment with the leaves to see if the leaves grow a stem. Now for this, I'm going to like chop that down a little bit. It's too long. You see me checking these bad boys back. Not this bad boy. This is also going to be grown inside of sphagnum moss, and you can grow this from here, and you can grow the leaf itself. Okay. Gotta clean the leaf. It's a little dusty. There it goes. It's like a nice silvery line. This is very silvery, and I'm going to cut this in half. This is all new. It's still nice and green. It's not calloused over like this side. This is a nude. I want to say that this nude might actually still surface. Yeah, it's still good. There's some really nice freshness happening on this beautiful thing. So I believe it'll grow something. So I'm going to cut, that's going to be one full node for me, I think. And I'm going to chop this piece here. Now when I cut into these philodendrons, they're a little pink. This is a red, I want to say it's a red emerald. I have to think because I bought this, I think I got it from Gabby or Gabby picked it up for me. I can't remember. My friend Gabby. It's my plant homie right there. But this node here is nice and up. It looks great. This one will do it. Our next one down doesn't look like it would be. It might. There's one there. This is a leaf dropping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bunch of these because this is actually a really good plant. It's hardy, easy to take care of, freaking awesome. I loved it. I love it. I still have it. And it's a beautiful plant. Here, we're just going to go like this and we'll cut it here. Be careful not to cut your node. So you cut it at an angle. Dip it. Dip. Dip. And dip. Get out of here. There's a nice smell that it gives off. I don't know. I like it. Some people don't like it. They say it's stinky. It is stinky. It's strong. But I do like it. I like it. Alright, so this plant here. It's giving me a headache. I repotted her. She was happy, and then she was not happy. And we're just gonna chop. These are really long, so we'll do like this. Again, I keep the bottoms long, and then the node area short, so I know what's top, what's bottom. This is where I cut it before. This is the new long, healthy shoot. So I'm just gonna cut it here, and then this. It's got no root system. However, I'm gonna find. Because it bends. You see how it bends like this? So the leaves start pointing all kinds of ways. It's a good trailing plant if you want to trail it across your wall and stuff. It'll look great. You just got to train it that way. So I'm going to cut it right here at the bend. So it can go straight. And then this one, we'll cut it here. And then there's another bend. See that bend? We're going to cut it right at the bend. And that way we can have up and down plants, guys. Up and down plants. Boop. Boop, boop. This is also a philodendron, so it is giving that raunchy, stinky, staunchy smell that I think smells okay. It smells like weeds. Like, you know when you pull weeds? That's what it smells like.